Wasn't all that long ago. In fact, it was episode 6, the P word. And I was riffing on potential, the power of potential. Might we see what never we've seen? Might this one break all the records? What might be is almost always greater than what actually is. Potential drives our imagination. It is the backbone of sports. And oh my God, is there a single greater economic driver in the hobby than potential? Back in episode 6, I talked about Chicago Cubs second baseman Ken Hubbs, winner of the Rookie of the Year in 1962, set an incredible errorless streak, was really just the golden boy, died in a small plane crash to overcome his fear of flying. Ken Hubbs learned to fly, flew into the teeth of a storm, going from Utah back to California. Ken Hubbs. Today we're going to look at a different player, though. Today we're going to look at Bill Davis. Bill Davis played professional baseball from 1965 to 1969, and every single year, Topps took notice of this prospect. Bill Davis has many cards. Bill Davis has cards for days. And as a consequence, so do I. And today we're going to look at them. Welcome to the Rated Rabbi Sports Card Podcast, Season 2, Cards Against Time, Episode 17. Bill Davis for days. My alchemist is busy transmutating base metals into noble metals, but ask me to ask you to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and best of all, tell a friend. Bill Davis stood 6'7". Bill Davis weighed 235 pounds. Bill Davis hailed from the North Country, Minnesota, played collegiately at the University of Minnesota. During the days as a Golden Gopher, Bill Davis was the only player at that school at that time to double letter two varsity sports. Bill Davis not only played baseball, Bill Davis was a basketball star. Bill Davis actually in college roomed with Archie Clark, who played in the NBA for 10 seasons, mostly for Philadelphia and Baltimore, notably, Minnesota, progressive place. Bill Davis, white boy, Archie Davis, black. They roomed together in college. They played basketball together. They roomed together. Archie Clark, Bill Davis. Bill Davis signed with Cleveland, with the Cleveland Indians, because Cleveland was the organization that would let him start at Double-A. Bill Davis was a pretty smart guy. He knew that at age 22, with the other teams, most notably his hometown Minnesota Twins, who was scouted by former Yankee Billy Martin, Bill Davis knew that he'd have to go to rookie ball. And he said, I'm 22 years old. I do not want to go to rookie ball. Went with Cleveland. This is just before the draft. Goes with Cleveland because it let him start at Double-A at age 22. 1964 Double-A Charleston. Bill Davis on display, 78 games. We see the potential with a 292 average, a 402 on base slugs, 461, 9 home runs, 42 RBIs. Who takes notice? Why, Topps takes notice. Issues Bill Davis's first card on the screen, 1965 Rookie Stars. There he is, top left-hand corner. Who's he joined on that card? Well, next to him, you've got a guy named Mike Hedlund, plays from 65 to 68 with Cleveland, goes over to KC in 69, 71, wins 15 games out of baseball after 72. Then you have Floyd Weaver in a bottom left-hand corner. By 1965, Floyd Weaver had already played. He had 7 different minor league stops. He ends up going 4-5 in the big leagues. A few wins a game here with Cleveland, a game there with Chicago White Sox, 2 games with Milwaukee. Bottom right-hand corner, that's Ray Barker, who is age 29. Come on, man, keep going. Age 29 in 1965, still a star in the eyes of Topps. The highlight of his career would come that season. He goes over from Cleveland to the New York Yankees, gets 231 at-bats for the New York Yankees, once showered next to Mickey Mantle, career and life highlight for Ray Barker. Plays 13 years professional ball, gets 4 tastes of coffee. Also, if you're watching this, look how terrible the picture of Ray Barker looks like. He's like a little person. Why is there so much sky above his head in the portrait? I know if you're listening, Double D Dylan, if you're listening, dude, check out your 1965 rookie star Indians. Ray Barker's like, he's tiny. Oh, entertain myself down here in the cave. 1965, Bill Davis played some really good baseball, playing Triple-A for the Portland Beavers, not the Bing Russell battered bastards of baseball documentary. That was 1973 to 1977, and they were the Portland Mavericks. But this is the Portland Beavers, longtime Pacific Coast League team. Bill Davis is a hit. The fans vote him the most popular player on the team, gets the nickname the Jolly Green Giant, hits 311, 33 home runs, 106 ribbies, shares the Pacific Coast League Rookie of the Year award with Lee May. Yes, that Lee May, the one who plays 18 years with Cincinnati and Houston and Baltimore, I think even maybe KC. Yeah. Bill Davis gets called up September 1965, goes 3 for 10, all pinch hits. He's got a future. In 1966, Bill Davis is a big prospect. Here he is, his 1966 Topps rookie stars. I got Bill Davis for days. He's on the card, just 2 of them on this card. He's featured with Tom Kelly, not the 2-time World Series winner, Tom Kelly, Minnesota Twins, 1987, 1991, that worst to first duo against the Braves. That was a great World Series. Who's dueling that game 7? It's like Jack Morris and help me, Adam K. Is it Schmaltz? Who's dueling? Like 2 like Hall of Fame pitchers, goes to extra innings. Jack Morris stays on the hill, goes 10 complete game, 1-0 win. No, not that Tom Kelly. This is a different Tom Kelly. It's Tom Kelly, goes 20 and 22. He's a pitcher. 20 and 22 lifetime with a 3.75. This is Kelly with an E, Kathy with the C, Kathy with a K from Kids in the Hall. Tom Kelly. But we're talking Bill Davis. So Davis will start and end the season with the Cleveland Indians, but he's blocked. He can't break through at first base. Gets sent down from Cleveland back down to Portland, where he is beloved. Portland Beaver general manager Jerry Krause. Yes, that Jerry Krause, Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, like little waddling penguin-y guy, always in a bad mood, kind of ill-fitting suit. Cleveland, Chicago general manager. Yes, that Jerry Krause. He holds a welcome home Jolly Green Giant night. When Davis gets sent down, there's giveaways. They give out little 45s of the Jolly Green Giant song. They give out cans of corn and green beans. Jolly Green Giant's amazing. Jerry Krause. Anyway, so he's playing good ball. Bill Davis is balling out for Portland. He's got his groove. He gets called back up in 66, September of 66. He hits his one and only home run in the majors on September 9th. Hits it off of Jack Sanford, California Angels. Jack Sanford, 1957 Rookie of the Year winner with the Philadelphia Phillies. In 1962 for my beloved Giants. Sanford goes 24-7, finishes second in the Cy Young to Don Drysdale. What year did they go from just a Major League Cy Young to ALNL? Someone leave a comment. When did one become 2? Anyway, Sanford gives up Bill Davis's only home run, and going into the offseason in 1967, Bill Davis is a prospect. Unfortunately, In January of 1967, Bill Davis, he ruptured his Achilles playing pickup basketball. He would never again play for Cleveland. He would miss the entire 1967 season. Nevertheless, I am holding on the screen his 1967 tops. I got Bill Davis for days. Here he is on his rookie star with Gus Gill, a second baseman shortstop, who for his career has a negative 1.3 WAR in 538 plate appearances. But it just doesn't matter because Gus Gill, my friends, was a member of the original one and done 1969 Seattle Pilots 6 Stadium. They play one season, move to Milwaukee, and become the Brewers. But Bill Davis shares a card with an original Seattle Pilot, Gus Gill. 1968. It's post-injury, but it's clear to Bill Davis he's fallen from the plans for the Cleveland Indians. That burden of potential more often than not ends something like this. Stuck in AAA for Portland, plays 128 games, coming back from that tough injury, 513 plate appearances, just 12 home runs. Doesn't have the power in his legs. His 265, but mostly singles. He's now 26 years old. Nevertheless, I got Bill Davis for days. Here it is on the screen. His 1968 Topps rookie stars featured next to Jose Vidal, who had 146 plate appearances from 1966 to 1969. Who would have thunk it, though? Not only does Bill Davis appear with an original Seattle Pilot, Gus Gill, on his 1967 rookie star, the following season he would share it with Jose Vidal, who was also an original Seattle Pilot. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring this up on the screen for you right now. There they are. Their cards, the one and only Seattle Pilot season Topps issued cards. On the left, Gus Gill. On the right, Jose Vidal. 1969 Topps Seattle Pilots. If you're still with me, you love this stuff as much as I do. It's too much. It's too much. Okay. 68 season ends, fall of 68, October 1968. Bill Davis gets traded. Not expanded draft, traded to the expansion team, the San Diego Padres, yet to play their first game. Bill Davis traded for a player to be named later. Who's that player? That player turns out to be Zoilo Versalles. That's a great word. What's so special about Zoilo Versalles? In 1965, Zoilo Versalles won the AL MVP. I'm going to show you on the screen. This is my 1982 Kmart 20th anniversary card. It's a card inside a card featuring the 1965 Topps design. There is the Zoilo Versalles card. He won the MVP in 1965. Remember this Kmart set? I remember loving it. When I got back into cars, I'm like, actually, I'm not the only person who thought this was kind of cool. Topps did two cards, AL, NL, for each of the 20-year anniversaries, 62 to 82. So this is the 65. So Versalles, I'm like, how did this guy win MVP? Well, I was curious. I mean, in the midst of all that superstardom in the 1960s, in 1965, Zoilo Versalles had the season of a lifetime. He had a good career. He played 12 years in the bigs, primarily for the Twins, but played with a few other teams as well. In 1965, Versailles has a 7.2 WAR. Amazing season, even more amazing that for all the other seasons combined, his whole career, his whole combined wins above replacement is only 12.6. He got 7.2 in that one season, has 45 doubles, 12 triples, 19 home runs, leads the majors, 308 total bases, scores 126 runs across 728 plate appearances, and also wins his second and final Gold Glove of his career. That is an MVP season. There he is. And 3 years later, he would be the player to be named later for career minor leaguer Bill Davis. Potential. I would say Versailles sort of exceeded his potential for one shiny moment. That's so amazing, right? The annual reunion of MVP winners like Mays and Mantle and Joe DiMaggio and all those guys. Like, there's Zoila. What's up at the bar doing shots? Oh, too funny. So 1969 opens. The expansion San Diego Padres play their first major league game. And who is at the first sack? Our boy, Bill Davis. I got Bill Davis for days. Here he is on his 5th consecutive Topps Rookie Stars card. Who's he on that 69 card with? Why, that's Clarence Gaston, who would future be known as Cito Gaston, 2-time World Series winning manager with the Toronto Blue Jays, 1992, 1993. Remember, they put those teams together. Boom, boom. Also, it was like Dave Stewart, Ricky Henderson, and who? Oh my God, who else was on that team? Dave Winfield, Jack Morris, and they had Molitor. Yeah, 2 in a row, man. Then Labatt's or whoever owns the Blue Jays sold them off. Signed a big, let him go. There he is, Bill Davis, his 5th consecutive Rookie Stars with Clarence Gaston. Gaston was a good player before he was a manager. Played 11 seasons, San Diego, Atlanta. Was an all-star in 1970, but really we know him as the World Series manager. And Bill Davis? Well, Bill Davis in 1969 got a few more starts. Got 10 more starts with San Diego, but lost the job. Nate Colbert was a rising prospect, came out strong out of the gate, showing a lot of power at the plate, takes the job from Bill Davis. Bill Davis is traded to St. Louis in May, sent to AAA Tulsa, the old Cardinals affiliate where he's playing for. Who's managing Tulsa? 1969 AAA Tulsa is managed by none other than the winningest left-hander in the history of the major leagues, winner of 363 games. That's right. Warren Spahn is the manager of Tulsa, and Bill Davis goes to play for him. Who's his hitting coach? Another Hall of Famer, Ducky Medwick. I mean, come on, man. Go with it. You're still cashing a check. I know it didn't go your way, but Davis is at the end of his rope, even though it's a righty pitcher and Davis was a lefty. Spahn pinch hits for Bill Davis. And Bill Davis, Spahn, come on, you're messing with Spawny. Bill Davis loses it. Tulsa ships Davis off to AA Denver, which, interestingly, is the AA affiliate for the Twins at the time, but it's a demotion, right? He's 29 years old or something at this time. They ship him to Denver, but by then it was over. Following that season, Davis had a chance to go to play in Japan, but he has to agree to a 2-year deal. He turns it down. I want you to know, if I was like Dave Spinrad, the professional baseball player, I would for sure hang on, try to play in Japan, go through all that stuff. I used to love that movie by Tom Selleck, Mr. Baseball. I think he plays for the Chunichi Dragons. I would love to be that guy. Give me a shot, man. I'll be, what's his name? Tuffy Rhodes, Bob Horner, Dave Spinrad. Legs are gone, but can still turn on an inside fastball. Anyway, Davis retires back to the North Country of Minnesota, does real well for himself financially, gets into real estate, commercial real estate, banking, For his career, Bill Davis has a negative 0.3 WAR, goes 19 for 105, 19 for 105 with a 181 average, hits that one home run off of Jack Sanford, scores 3 runs, drives in 5. But from 1965 through 1969, Bill Davis appeared on 5 consecutive Topps Rookie Stars cards. Let's take a look at them one more time. 1965 Rookie Stars, Bill Davis. 1966 Rookie Stars, Bill Davis. 1967 Rookie Stars, Bill Davis. 1968 Rookie Stars, Bill Davis. And finally, 1969 Rookie Stars, Bill Davis. I got Davis for days, man. Bill Davis for days. And I went through that so you don't have to. That's all I've got for now. Be kind to others. Be kind to yourself. Most of all, remember, it's just a ride. So long for now.